I think for me, I didn't realize that I was not going to have loose skin. It wasn't like I was losing weight to not have loose skin. I didn't think about it. It was more like an afterthought, like, oh, why don't I have loose skin like all of my female ancestors after losing weight or giving childbirth or all these things? And so it's interesting now that we've done it. It's like, oh, this is how we did it.
We noticed that 85.8% of you guys are not subscribed. So what are you doing? We give you guys free weight loss advice. And to the 14.2% that are subscribed, you guys are doing something right here. So thank you for all your support. We really appreciate it. But seriously, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Mom and I have lost 255 pounds with no loose skin. And I know you guys are probably like, is that true? How do I know if that's true? Because some of you guys have actually asked me, like, how is that literally possible?
Yeah, show us. Show us the proof.
And yeah, whatever. Anyway, the proof is in the pudding, sisters. That's all I'm going to say. And
stretch marks are real and saggy skin is real. And it's one of the bitter truths and double-edged swords of losing weight is that you have this saggy skin. And I know it's even being glorified. People are like showing their saggy skin online, which actually I don't want to see. I think that's just not something that's shareable. But I get that it's vulnerable. But it's kind of like a shock factor.
It's that whole body positivity thing.
But I remember that my mom was a Weight Watchers lecturer, and she would have her friends come over, and they lost over hundreds of pounds, and the loose skin was real, and they were bummed out about it.
So how do you prevent the loose skin? How did we prevent the loose skin, and how can anyone watching prevent the loose skin?
Well, there's three components it's multifaceted and it's a whole lifestyle, but today we want to focus on three things that we did that helped us not to have any loose skin. And the first thing is strength training. You had so much social anxiety, it prevented you from even going to school. And COVID helped you, in fact, to lose the weight because you didn't have to go out into the world. So that was an incredible experience.
I had to go out in my backyard and work out.
So you agreed for our friend Lauren to train you. And Lauren changed our lives.
But it didn't start with Lauren, actually. I started working out on our basketball court. And I would move barrels around. I would run across our basketball court, which I know that sounds very bougie that we had a basketball court in our backyard. But anyway, it was really intense. I remember how hard it was. I remember how, anyway. I just
pictures of you doing that.
Wait, I want to see it. I've never seen those photos. Why have you not showed them to me?
I don't think I'm hiding them.
That was my heaviest photo. I'd never seen those. I need to see them.
And I was so amazed. I'm like, wow, is this like prayer answered?
No, I literally need to see these photos because I've been looking for these photos and I have not found them. I need to see them now.
So the strength training, so I wasn't doing strength training per se. I was doing some resistance training with my yoga and with the class that I was doing. But it was like, so you probably, what was going through your mind, Penelope, when you decided to actually get into action with strength training? Because it had to be different than what I was doing.
Look, I didn't know the science behind it, which is probably why I did it. Because if I had known how good it was for you, then I may have rejected that at that point in my life. I think I was really doing it because, I just wanted to lose weight. I didn't really care about the benefits of it. I just was except for losing weight. And I just wanted to lose the weight as fast as I could. I'd put this really loud, aggressive music on. Mm-hmm. The neighbors would call you and be like, can you have her turn this off? It was intense, but you asked me what made me do it?
Yeah, because you went from sitting in your bed 12 to 16 hours a day to being willing to go and start working out. And at first it started at home. And then Lauren came into the equation, and then you actually went to the gym. And I think the strength training works because it helps to transform the fat and it helps you to burn the fat. And then what happens that I've noticed when I do strength training, everything moves in towards the center and lifts up. And it doesn't matter if I'm 20 or I'm 50, it's happening. And it's brilliant. And I think our bodies were meant to do that. We were meant to lift things, we used to do laundry. Right? We had to lift the laundry. We have our grocery bags. We're used to, garden, our bodies were designed to be able to lift and move. And we need that strength to lift our grandchildren, for you to lift your children, when you do have children one day. But, our bodies need that. It actually helps to build our bones. But more importantly, it does bring the skin in and up. Mm-hmm. I don't know anyone that doesn't want skin going in and up. Boy, girl, young, old.
Yeah, that's true. That brings us to our next point about skin, which is belly massage, like oil massage. And people are like fascinated by the fact that they did that, but you were pregnant with me and you had no loose skin. Every single woman in
And
our
no stretch
family
marks.
has had loose skin and stretch marks after pregnancy, and you don't have a single one. I'm proof because I've seen her stomach all the time.
Well, it's
And
like
I was
I
in
have
her
one.
stomach.
It's this big and about this
But I
wide.
never seen it because it's so clear.
It's so yeah, I have one tiny one that popped in like right before you were born.
And honestly, it makes sense because think about it. When you put oil on something, like when you put oil on your finger to get a ring off, like it comes off easy. So like to think about it logically, it makes sense that putting oil on your skin would help your skin be able to not be as loose and saggy because you're like massaging it into the new body.
Well, there are massage therapists that have said that if you get regular massages, that the skin of their patients that get regular massages is much better as they age for clients they've had for 20 or 30 years. And so when I think about my grandmother who had stunning skin, I mean, she would basically coat her face with a kind of Vaseline-like substance and go to sleep with it. Like,
She was beautiful though.
she was beautiful and she had like really, really stunning skin. So I do believe there's some kind of ancient remedy. And I'm sure many of you listening that are from cultures that have more tradition than our culture here in the United States of America, whether it is in Russia or India or Asia and some, in Korea or Japan or China, like there are these traditions and it does work. And so what we're saying isn't anything new, but I think specifically about the belly massage. It's such an intimate thing. And it's something that all of my clients have resisted because they don't want to look at it. They don't want to deal with it and they don't want to touch it. They just want to hide it, shove it in, press it down. And now many of you are injecting it. And I get that it's challenging. It's challenging to face what we've created that is not unfavorable or we don't like it. But I think the art in it, not only are you going to save your skin, but you're going to create a breakthrough around really confronting the truth of what is with honesty and love and care. And then you might make different decisions because you're in touch with it. I didn't plan that out. That was double entendre. Get it?
And the number third one, which is really important and underestimated, no one talks about it, is fat. The kinds of fat you're eating, the quality of fat you're eating.
Yeah. So you put so oil that you put on your skin is coconut oil, jojoba oil, almond oil, sesame oil.
Talk about fat you eat.
I know. And the fat that you eat. So it's like fat from the inside out and the outside in. And it really matters. So the whole conversation of essential fatty acids is a big one. And we don't have time in this video to like go deep into science. But if I were to ask you about every gram of fat that you eat in a day, could you tell me?
Yeah, I could.
Chances are if you're eating processed food, you might be unaware of the kinds of fats that you're eating. Even if you're eating a lot of salad and you're on a diet, if you're pouring dressing all over your salad that's made with soy oil or canola oil or sunflower oil, or if you're eating processed foods, even from Trader Joe's, I find it increasingly more and more challenging to find foods that are made with high quality oils. Why? Why is it hard? Because it's expensive. When you start buying really high quality oils, you're like, whoa, this is costly. So there are even some people who say don't even eat oil at all. It damages the endothelial lining in your veins, in all of the systems in your body, which then leads to heart disease. Heart disease is like the number one killer in our country. Oils matter, and I know there's a lot of talk about seed oils, but if I were you, I would be on the hunt for everything that you're buying and everything you're putting in your mouth to be sure that the oils are the highest quality you can afford, find, buy, prepare. I think it's worthy. Not only will it help you to reduce sagging skin from weight loss, aging, or just general living, but it will also help rebuild your vascular system for a healthy heart. It'll help to prevent disease, all different types of diseases. It'll help reduce your inflammation if you're in chronic pain. It will help to repair your gut microbiome. I mean, there's so many things. So what are the top oils that we love to eat, Penelope?
We like to eat avocados, raw almond butter. So we eat raw nuts and seeds. And we do eat avocado oil on occasion, but not all the time.
In moderation.
Olive oil in heavy moderation. Organic.
Heavy moderation. What is that?
Extra pressed. What is it?
So first cold pressed, extra virgin, organic, single source. If you can find it, if you can afford it.
But honestly, I don't know. For people who are on a weight loss journey, you don't really need olive oil for that many things. I feel like people, I don't know. I feel like if you're on a weight loss journey, it's kind of hard to eat oil in moderation. So I've enjoyed just not really using much oil at all. Like we talk about in our program a lot about water steaming and how awesome that is, and how you don't really
Steam fry.
too much of a difference.
Yeah.
By just using water to saute your onions, use water in your soups, and it's a big game changer. It's a big game changer in weight loss, and I've found really great results with water steaming. So if you can, it's cheap. Water is cheap. You don't have to spend that crazy money on oil. You could just use water.
Yeah, I think whole food fat forms for weight loss, especially in the first few months, is critical because it helps to break the chain. We talk a lot about the bliss point and how to break the addictive chain in your brain and to rehabilitate your gut so you can repair the gut-brain axis. We're getting a little bit off topic, but this is still really important because when you're eating foods that are high in fat, then it can also create a satiation, a certain quality of satiation that you get accustomed to. And so when you shift it to whole food forms, like you're suggesting, like avocados and nuts and things like that, it completely starts to shift that in a fast way. And so it is one thing that we have on our radar to moderate, whether it's coconut oil, coconut cream, almond butter, whatever it is. We do, because it's very high in calories. But if you're going to eat fat, make sure it's really high quality fat. Now, you can't eat fat and sugar and expect healthy weight loss results. You have to, and fat will cause satiation. So if you're not eating a ton of protein, you're going to need fat to stay satiated. So it's like whatever is going to work for you, and we help you to fine tune that in our program. So reach out to us for sure if you're interested in learning more, because only a few days left to get in at the lower rate of only $47. So
if you want to join our women's group and learn how we lost the weight without any loose skin, if you want to also be on that journey with us, we have live calls every Monday. A girl just lost 40 pounds already. It's been like 2 months or 3 months. It's been 3 months. I mean, I'm just so proud of her. I'm proud of all the girls in our group. So I hope that you will join if you feel called to, and if you're ready. If you're not ready, don't join. We don't want you to join if you're not ready. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all the time.
We help women to beat obesity with our Step It Up system in just 90 days. Click the link in the description to learn how to lose weight without drugs like Ozempic.